Next, apply cement to the flat edge and angles of the chin, leaving the curve without glue. Again, leave the curve without glue. Now apply cement to the mouth part. I have drawn and shaded the area on the mouth part here that receives the glue. We also apply glue to the cut edge of the mouth part where the foam will also attach. Apply a generous bead of glue on both sides of the mouth part. I use a 5/8 inch paintbrush to spread the glue toward the edge. Finally, apply cement to the cut edge of the mouth board, both on the upper and lower mouth part, and set this aside to dry. The contact cement requires approximately 10 to 15 minutes to become tacky and dry to the touch. It is essential that it is allowed to dry adequately so that the foam pieces will adhere on contact without pulling apart. If it does pull apart, simply compress the parts together later. At this point, we are ready to assemble the head. Line up the two head pieces at the front. Then compress the two edges together evenly up and around to the back corner of the head. Join the top notches after the front and back are joined. Now we will attach the mouth board to the foam. Center the mouth part with the seam line on the front of the foam. Lightly lay the mouth onto the edge of the head front, leaving a 1/4 inch of foam hanging out. This is then rolled onto the edge of the mouth part for a smooth, round finish. Center the chin part onto the bottom side of the mouth, again leaving a 1/4 inch hangover to roll onto the edge of the mouth board. The back corners of the chin part can also extend beyond the mouth part and attach to the top head foam piece evenly, followed by the side notches to round out the chin. 1/4 inch hangover to roll onto the edge of the mouth board. The back corners of the chin part can also extend beyond the mouth part and attach to the top head foam piece, followed by the side notches to round out the chin. Examine all seams and attachments for pulling away, recompressing if needed. Barge contact cement achieves a flexible bond that will last many years. Once the head is complete, we are ready to apply glue and join the body parts. Apply glue to the sides of the body parts only. Allow them to dry, and then join them together as pictured here. A large notch is then made in what will become the front of the body. This will allow greater range of chin and neck movement. This notch is optional and does add a bit of complexity later when we sew the lining to the foam, so if you wish you may skip this step. Once the head and body have been assembled, we are ready to cover them with fabric. Identify the finished side of the fabric. It is critical also to identify which way the fabric stretches the most. Apply glue to the sides of the body parts only. Allow them to dry, and then join them together as pictured here. Once you have identified these factors and have made the correct fold, pin the fabric together, lay the head pattern in place, and transfer the pattern with a permanent marker or ballpoint pen. Leave a 1/4 inch between the fold of the fabric and the rear of the head pattern. Mark a short line from the front corner on the bottom edge. Next, place the folded body and neck pattern in place along the fabric fold and transfer the pattern. Extend the line at the bottom of the body to the point indicated on the pattern. Move the pattern up to extend the line across. Now complete the line from the corner of the mouth to the neck. Cut out the fabric piece, leaving a 1/4 inch allowance around the neck, shoulders, and sides. Do not cut around the head until you have sewn the seam. Also, leave extra allowance at the mouth and mouth corner. Here it is best to leave more and trim after a trowel fitting has been done once sewn. Now you are ready to sew and fit. Sew directly on the line that you have drawn, or slightly inside it, to eliminate the possibility of ink showing through the seam, as can happen with lighter fabrics. Start the seam 1/4 inch below the front corner of the lip, and sew to the back of the head. Angle off toward the fold once past the rear corner. Now trim the excess fabric off, leaving a 1/4 inch allowance. Turn the fabric right side out and place it on the foam head for a correct fit. Now we're ready to cut out the front and chin fabric piece. Transfer the front, body, and chin pattern in the same manner as you did the rear piece. Follow pattern directions for the stretch of the fabric. Cut out the front and chin piece, leaving a 1/4 inch allowance, and extending the line again to the point on the pattern. We are ready to sew the front and back pieces together once we have cut this piece out. Place the front and chin piece on top of the rear piece, Make sure finished sides are together. Pin the lower lip corner to the top lip. The lower lip corner to the upper lip corner is approximately 1/4 inch, as the illustration will demonstrate. Straighten it by the upper lip and rear neck, and then place the corner of the lower lips past the straightened corner, about 1/4 inch. Secure the two pieces together with straight pins before sewing. We then sew the rear and front pieces together, leaving 1/4 inch seam allowance except at the corners of the mouth. As we approach the lips, we gradually lessen the seam allowance until the very corner at which we sew a 1/16 inch allowance. Once both sides are together, right side out and trial fit this onto the foam head. Compress the rear of the foam and stuff the head into the skin, aligning the center fabric seam to the center foam seam. The upper and lower lips should extend past the mouth board and will later be rolled inward upon itself for attachment to the mouth board. Once fitted, we further form the material under the chin, with the lower lip extending up and past the mouth